Hey guys, Monica Taylor here. I've had a lot of you ask me how I prep my meals for the week and what I do. So I thought it would be good if I kind of came to you guys today with kind of my process of how I do things. I typically break mine up into three different parts. I will probably plan my meals typically Thursday or Friday. I grab everything I need. I grab my Fix8 cookbook. I grab all the recipes that our family uses, and I grab a blank meal planner. And so I will do that on Thursday or Friday. Saturday morning typically is when I'll do my grocery shopping unless we have something crazy going on. And then Sunday I spend about an hour prepping everything that I can for the week. I will, make lunches for my husband for all week. I will prep anything that I can for dinner and then freeze it if I need to. I'll cut up fruits and vegetables and bag them so that I have them already done and can just grab and go. So here's a little bit about how I do my meal planning. So when I sit down on Thursday, I grab all of my meal plans that I have printed off, the ones that you guys have access to in our group. I grab my computer because I not only have a blank meal planner, but I also have a electronic version as well, just kind of for me because that's how my brain works. And then I grab my 21 Day Fix8 cookbook, and I'll tell you a little bit more about this later. And so I sit down, I kind of go through the menus, and we have a good 7 or 8 recipes that we rotate. My family is very routine. And luckily, I can kind of sneak things in there without them really noticing, some good veggies and stuff like that. But, we've got about 8 recipes that we rotate every other week, and so I'll sit down, and what I do is I start with dinner first. So I'll go through, and I will figure out what I'm having for dinner every single day. And then what I do is, when I make dinners, I make enough so that I have leftovers for lunch. And so then that's how my lunches go. So I'll take my meal plan, I'll write down what we've said we're having for dinner, and then I'll go to the next day after, say I cooked, like last Monday, I cooked a lean roast and lots of veggies. And so what I did was I made enough for, me to have lunch on Tuesday. And so I do that for everything. Now, there's some things that I'll make, like for instance, chicken tacos. That makes more than one lunch. So sometimes I'll kind of rotate and say I'm going to have that Tuesday and Thursday. Just because it's easy. You want to make this as easy as possible for you, especially in the beginning until you get the hang of it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't try and do too much or be too creative. Make it as simple as possible, which is why we give you guys the meal plans in the beginning. So at the top, I'll go through and I'll write down my container, how many containers I can have of each color. And then, the meal plans that we give you are the very basic bottom of the calorie bracket. I'm in one of the higher brackets, so I know that I'm going to typically have to add in a red, a green, and a yellow. And so, I'll go through and make sure that as I'm doing that I'm adding in the right amount of containers. And then I can total them up on the side. Now for breakfast, I'm typically very routine. I have oatmeal every single day. So it's really easy for me. I can write oatmeal, I know what I put in it, and I know how many containers it is, and it just makes it simple. I have my Shakeology typically for my morning snack, and I use a fruit in there. And then, my afternoon snacks, I kind of rotate 2 or 3 different ones, and so I'll make up several of those for the week. So then, that's kind of, then as I'm going through my recipes, then I will make my list as far as, what I'm doing. And what I still need that I don't have in the refrigerator or the pantry, and then I'll go to the grocery store. The other thing that I use besides my meal plan is the Fix8 cookbook. If you do not have this, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It was the best thing ever. It has 101 different Fixed approved recipes. Everything from different dressings and jams to the fun stuff like snacks and desserts that you can have that are Fix approved. It was the best $20 I ever spent, and a lot of the recipes are family approved. Some of them make only a couple servings, some of them make 4 to 5 servings, and so you can double it if you need to make it bigger for your family, but almost all of them are family-sized portions, and it tells you exactly how many that you need. I have tried almost every single dinner recipe, and my boys have all approved, loved them. And so if you don't have this, I would recommend, picking up one, and you can talk with your coach about how to do that. But it was an awesome addition to our already growing meal plan list. So there's kind of how I do things. You guys will see kind of what I do for my grocery shopping, and then how I prep for Sunday nights as well. So just kind of giving you a little help along the way. If you have any questions, just let me know.